10 Most Heavily Guarded People on Earth. Hey viewers, welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to tell you about the 10 most heavily guarded people on Earth. If you are new to our channel, then don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications of our future videos. Give this video a big thumbs up. Let's dig into our video. Number 10, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Security arrangements of Prince Harry and Meghan's new home cost $654 million, sources close to the couple report. They settled on Frogmore Cottage and boat about 45 minutes outside of London. It is located in Windsor, Berkshire, and it's near the famous Windsor Castle. According to royal experts Katie Nicholl, the place is basically like a fortress. Vanity Fair has also reported that security at Frogmore Cottage is Fort Knox style, with high-tech cameras and sensors around the perimeter. Those who have been in the area said that drones are banned near the home. Police flight safety notice, drones prohibited in this area. A sign reads, launching, landing or operating drones or remote control aircraft is prohibited in this area. This is in addition to a security force, with more than 1,000 highly trained soldiers dedicated to the safety of a young couple. Number 9, Bill Gates. In February 1998, Bill Gates was already a household name, and his company Microsoft was proving to be the single most successful software company in the world. However, the same month, a team of pranksters attacked Bill Gates in Brussels, Belgium, and threw cream pie on his head. Though the prank was innocent enough, it shocked Bill Gates to his core, and if the attack was more insidious, he easily could have been dead. After this, he built a new office with bulletproof walls and windows. Suddenly employees need a security clearance just to meet with their executives. After the dot-com bubble burst, Gates received numerous death threats from former employees whom Microsoft was forced to lay off. It is unclear if the increase in security came from Gates or from the Microsoft board, but it is obvious that his brilliance has been instrumental in the success of the company, and they couldn't afford to lose him. Number 8, Mark Zuckerberg. Prominent Silicon Valley companies spend liberally to protect their intellectual property. Some also shell out considerable amounts to protect their executives. Apple's most recent proxy statement shows the company spent $310,000 for personal security for CEO Tim Cook, but that's a fraction of other tech giants' expenditures. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg was the most costly executive to protect. Facebook spent $7.3 million on his security in 2017, and last summer the company told investors that they anticipate spending $20 million annually. This has ballooned since 2013, when Zuckerberg's security detail cost $2.6 million. In a statement, Facebook said, "We believe that Mr. Zuckerberg's role puts him in a unique position. He is synonymous with Facebook, and as a result, negative sentiment regarding our company is directly associated with, and often transferred to Mr. Zuckerberg." Armed executive protection officers stand on constant guard outside Zuckerberg's gated homes in the Bay Area, at least one of which also features a panic room. If he goes to a bar, his team will first sweep through to make sure it's safe. He's driven everywhere with the security team monitoring traffic and adjusting his route accordingly. Number 7, Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping, president of China, is another controversial and powerful head of state. The Central Security Bureau remains secretive, and little is known about its internal functions. However, the team is allegedly 5,000 people strong and uses a network of helicopters, drones and armed guards to secure locations days in advance of Jinping's arrival. Because China puts a huge emphasis on cybersecurity, the Central Security Bureau has a separate team to deal with any perceived online threat. However, in the past the CSB has been used directly against the Chinese head of state. Apparently in the 1970s, many of its highest-ranking officers planned a failed coup against the then-leader, Mao Zedong. Though the coup was squashed, people still question the loyalty of the semi-autonomous organization. When the unit was first formed, it had high requirements for enlistment. Any candidates must be a junior high school graduate, a requirement that does not appear to be much today, but it was considered tough back in the early 1950s, and over half of the Chinese population was illiterate. The unit was prohibited from participating in any public parade, with only a single exception. After the arrest of the Gang of Four, a huge celebration was held in October 1976 in Beijing, and the unit was granted permission to participate in the single public event. Number 6, Mohammed bin Salman. Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, wields a huge political economic power in the world. Through the state-owned oil company, Saudi Aramco, bin Salman and his family are some of the richest people on the planet, and since his alleged involvement in the assassination of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, the Crown Prince has made some international enemies. Since coming to power in 2017, he has consolidated the power of his military personnel, combining Saudi Arabia's military and security agencies. He has a 1,000-person strong security team that includes traditional soldiers and a cybersecurity team, and he announced that 800 new officer appointments are planned by the end of 2019. Bin Salman has already spent more than $20 billion in military equipment in the last 2 years. How he plans to use this technology is another question entirely. Number 5. Queen Elizabeth. Part of being royal involves regular interactions with the public and remaining accessible as possible, but security can be a big issue, especially in today's world. How the members of the royal family continue to do their jobs without putting themselves at risk? The answer is that they have an enormous team of security that try to remain entirely invisible at public events. One is called the Queen's Guard, and they are tasked with caring for Queen Elizabeth specifically. The 93-year-old monarch has a special role as a figurehead of her country, and her safety is paramount. In combination with the Scotland Yard, the Queen's Guard screens each building that she enters, and always has a carefully calculated escape plan in place to keep her out of harm's way. And in addition to bodyguards and Shelford cars, the royal family always travels with a motorcade or police escort, even to Prince George's school. This helps clear the road, as well as link protection for members of the royal family. Number 4. The Pope. Because of the decorum surrounding the Catholic Church's ceremonies, most of the Pope's security team are dressed like they're about to attend a Renaissance fair, but the truth is, they are a high-end military force made up of top Swift ex-soldiers, referred to as the Swiss Guard. The group was actually established in 1506 under Pope Julius II. The Pontifical Swiss Guard is among the oldest military units in continuous operation. Recruits to the Guard must be unmarried Swiss Catholic males between 19 and 30 years of age, who have completed basic training with Swiss armed forces. And apparently, Pope Francis has been a headache for this elite force, because he is the people's pope. Francis insists on walking amongst his followers even though that presents a great threat to his safety. The crowds throw things, says the head of the security in an interview. They throw flags, dolls and obviously babies toward him, and it's difficult because we don't want our agents to overreact. He doesn't want to see an overreaction either, but you don't want to miss anything. The order remains very secretive, and it is unclear how many personnel are involved, but one thing is clear: this is not a military force you want to mess with. Number 3. Kim Jong-un. The world quickly became fascinated with the protection of North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un when they saw his security detail running alongside his armored limousine during a visit to Singapore. How exactly does a man go about his day while being constantly paranoid about assassination attempts and competition from within his own circle of power? As it turns out, Kim Jong-un doesn't just have a personal Secret Service detail protecting him from close range. He has his own 100,000-man army with a command structure that reports directly to him. This unit is known as the Supreme Guard Command. You would hardly be able to tell his detail is surrounding him at all times, as they virtually disappear into the backgrounds and spectacles. Not only does this unit serve to protect their leader, but it's also used as a propaganda tool. Kim Jong-un is trying to relay the idea of his supposed near-sacred importance by saying that he is untouchable, while actually attempting to protect his herbal regime from inside sabotage. Number 2. Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump is an American real estate heir businessman and the current president of the United States, with an estimated net worth of $3.1 billion. Obviously, the position of president has always come with its unrivaled security detail, which means it also comes with a steep budget. For example, to protect former President Barack Obama and his family for a year costs about $16 million. President Trump, however, within 10 weeks of being in office, ratcheted up that cost to an estimated $29 million. As a result, in May 2017, the U.S. Congress eventually passed a federal budget plan that shelled out an unbelievable $120 million for an entire year of security for President Trump and his family, just a few $1 million shy of what it would cost to safeguard President Obama for all 8 years of his 2 terms. An increase like this wouldn't be entirely necessary for a president, except that Trump travels between the White House and his extended estates frequently, and his immediate family has also chosen to live outside of the White House and its protective perimeter. Number 1. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin, like other political figures in Russia, is protected by the Federal Protective Service. However, Putin's people seem to be an entirely different bundle altogether. Little is known about the workings of Putin's arm in the Federal Protective Service. There is no public data about its operations, and there are no publicly available reports. It's so secretive that only assumptions can be made about what they do. Vladimir himself is a controversial figure that has been the center of media attention ever since his first acting presidency, where it was noted that the man had started growing a sort of personality cult around him, similar to some previous leaders. Although there aren't any giant statues of him being put up, he has become an internet icon in his own right, which has kept him within the realm of the public, often something that doesn't come without its prices. Of course, the populist view of this leader is extremely polarized, due to the political and financial corruption of his cabinet, which has resulted in countless protests, threats, and assassination attempts that's made it necessary for Putin to ramp up security in his own unique way. That's all from our today's video. If you like the video, then tell us in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. See you in the next video. Until then, it's goodbye from us.